Hey Tigers, I'm Victor Hayes.
And I'm Andrew Smith.
Welcome to another fun-sized edition of ATV.
And we ain't talking chocolate.
What's wrong with chocolate? So how was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good, man. I made history.
And how did you make history?
Well, I ate 3,000 marshmallows in under a minute.
Why in the world would you do that?
I was actually at a museum, and I bumped into the world's largest bag of marshmallows, and couldn't just let them sit there. You know, I had to eat them. Starving kids in Africa.
You dummy. That's not making history.
Then what is making history?
Let's see some people who actually did make history.
You may have thought to yourself sometime this week, wow, this is incredibly boring. As you're walking down the hall, you see yourself thinking, what could have happened today that makes it interesting? Well, I'm here to tell you. That's why we present This Week in History. On this day in history, November 17th, 1973, in Orlando, Florida, the Watergate scandal was happening, and that's where we heard the famous line from Richard Nixon, "I'm not a crook."
Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got.
Little did we know, he was. This past Tuesday, November 18th, in 1928, the release of the animated short Steamboat Willie, the first fully synchronized sound cartoon directed by Walt Disney, featuring the second appearances of cartoon stars Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. This is also considered by the Disney Corporation to be Mickey's birthday, so happy birthday, Mickey! Woo! This past Wednesday, November 19th, in 1990, pop group Milli Vanilli are stripped of their Grammy Awards because the duo did not sing at all on the Girl You Know It's True album.
And the best new artist is Milli Vanilli. Girl, you know it's true.
Here they are giving a thumbs up. Ooh, wrong. Thumbs down.
And Howell and Sean Davis are the real singers, and I think they should get this Grammy.
This past Thursday, November 20th, Davey Havok of AFI turns 33, Josh Turner turns 31, and Carlos Boozer turns 27. On November 21st, in 1905, Albert Einstein's paper, Does the Inertia of a Body Depend Upon Its Energy Content?, is published in the journal Annales der Physik. This paper reveals the relationship between the energy mass. This leads to the E equals mc squared. So, happy birthday, E equals mc squared. Sorry. Also today, in 1877, Thomas Edison announces his invention of the phonograph, the machine that can record and play back sound. Well, I hope this information provided you with some more interesting things about your week. See, it wasn't that boring. For This Week in History, I'm Graham Shelton. Back to you guys in the studio.
Man, watching it made me hungry.
Maybe you should have tried some of those marshmallows. I would have shared some if you would have just asked or something.
No, I'm talking real man food.
Oh, you mean like Fat Larry's?
Don't you mean Fat Albert? And I'm pretty sure he's just a cartoon. You got to be the dumbest person I know.
Fat Larry's is a restaurant. Who's a dummy now? You are.
Fat Larry's. It has everything you could ever need in a restaurant. It's got great food, great service, a great price, live music, and overall, a really good environment to eat in. And who knows, maybe you can meet the big man himself. I say Fat Larry's is a 10 out of 10.
Oh, I think I've been there.
You didn't even know what that was.
No, I really think I've been there. I saw Coach Nelson there.
Who's Coach Nelson?
You don't know who Coach Nelson is? Who do you think you are?
Obviously, it's someone that doesn't know who Coach Nelson is.
Let's ask ourselves one simple question while we're in high school. How much do you know about your teachers? Casey Nelson might just appear as nothing more than a science teacher in a student's mind, but in the real world, he's much more than meets the eye.
I grew up in Fort Walton Beach, Florida. From the age of 4.5 till I was 19. I went to high school at a school called Choctawhatchee High School.
Although Casey Nelson is a teacher now, he didn't really want to be while growing up, and he ended up doing much more.
Getting involved in football was something that I wanted to do my whole life. I mean, as long as I can remember, I've loved the game of football. Wanted to play football professionally. As soon as I graduated, didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life, and wound up joining the military after a year of college. During that time, was recruited to play semi-pro football. You know, and that was one of those things that I never thought once I graduated high school I'd ever get an opportunity to do again.
Not only a teacher and a coach, Casey Nelson also decided to follow his calling into the church.
Well, I mean, for starters, it's not something that you just wake up and decide, hey, I'm going to be involved in church ministry to, you know, be a youth pastor or a pastor or anything. It's a calling. I get to impact 130-something lives every day as part of my classroom. Now, I don't bring religion in the classroom. If an opportunity presents itself outside of the classroom, then I take that opportunity. But, you know, I understand the dynamic of where I'm at, but I also understand, you know, why I'm here. And I was called to be here. This is as much ministry to me as it is if I had a 130 student youth group that was meeting every Wednesday and every Sunday. You know, ministry is not just something I do behind the doors of the church or in the church property, but it's something I do every day. And whether it's with my students in the classroom, whether it's on the football field, on the soccer field, walking the halls, just meeting students, or some, you know, even if it's just being at the mall or whatever, eventually I'm recognized for who I am or what I do.
Although having a full schedule already, Casey Nelson has a family of his own to tend to at the same time.
I'm married. I have one wife. I've only had one wife. She's my best friend. She's the love of my life. She's just one of those people that I can't imagine living the rest of my life without. My kids are everything to me. Here I'm Coach Nelson, but at home I'm Daddy. I can have a bad game, I can have a bad practice, I can have a good game or a good practice, I can have a bad day at school, but when I get home and I'm Daddy, those kids hear the door open and they know who's coming through the door. Schools will come, schools will go, sports will come and sports will go, but the one thing that will always remain consistent in my life is my family. And, you know, I'm a husband and I'm a father, as well as a coach and a teacher and a minister and everything that I do, but when the sun sets, I'm still Daddy and I'm still dear.
We all see now everything that Casey does, but how is he as a person while being a leader in the classroom and on the field?
I'm an emotional guy. You can see it in my games, you can see it at practice, you can see it in my classroom, you can see it at church. Everything that I do with emotion. Nobody has to guess about who I am or what I do or what I'm about. My classroom is a very light classroom in that, you know, I'm not all about just a whole bunch of lecture and notes and it being mundane. I want my students showing up in the class going, what's Coach Nelson going to say today that's going to just be the most off-the-wall thing you've ever heard, and funny, but and in that same respect, to make it interesting. You know, I'm 35 years old. I've never seen my dad cry, but I've seen my head football coach cry. And it was just one of those things that somebody who's molding and shaping my life to be able to show that kind of emotion has stuck with me. So it's been a pretty cool experience these last few years since high school for somebody who didn't want to be in school, who really didn't like school, to turn right around and be a school teacher. It kind of doesn't make sense, but the opportunities that I get are pretty cool and, you know, exciting. Every day is a new day, so it's pretty cool.
Man, that's crazy. So how about me and you shoot some hoops today at the school?
You're not worthy of my talents.
I got more game than you think.
The only game I think of is 2K9, and I heard you and Tony have a review for it. So let's check it out.
What's up, Arlington? I'm Tony Woods.
And I'm Victor Hayes. Welcome to another edition of Power Play.
We are here to review the game NBA 2K9, baby.
And that's right, it's way better than 2K8 when it comes down to the shot selection, the crossovers, and all behind-back passes.
I feel you, cuz. It even has better dunks, better alley hoops, players down for loose balls. Even the fans are more involved, bruh.
Hey, and for all your online gamers, check out the team up. It's you against 9 other players fighting for one position.
For real?
For real.
That sounds great. For your online players, you need to check that out. I'm Tony Woods. I give this game a 5 out of 5, baby. What about you, Vic?
I give it a 5 out of 5 because it holds a standard of realness.
I keep it real.
Man, y'all should have shown some legends like Larry Bird or somebody.
The only bird I'm thinking of is turkey. I cannot wait to Thanksgiving. I am munching down.
Dude, me too, man. I totally love Christopher Columbus.
I thought he just discovered America.
No, man, you need to brush up on your history, dude. Check this out.
Oh, Canada, land of Canada, land of high Canada. Welcome back, Arlington, to Gus's Farm Barn, Thanksgiving edition, eh? Well, you might have noticed I'm not Gus, I'm Goose. Gus's Canadian brother, eh? Well, have you ever wondered why we celebrate Thanksgiving? Or even did you know, when did Thanksgiving come about? Well, Thanksgiving is a traditional North American holiday, which is a form of the harvest festival. No one knows exactly when Thanksgiving was first celebrated, but the earliest attested Thanksgiving celebration was on September 8, 1565, in what is now known as St. Augustine, Florida. The traditional first Thanksgiving, known as having occurred on the first site of Plymouth Plantation in 1621, actually occurred 56 years later, did you know? Thanksgiving dinner is done in the evening, usually as a gathering of friends or family. At this time, you say, "Oh, what you thankful for, eh?" Football, eh, is a major part of Thanksgiving celebrations in the United States. Well, that's all for this week's Gus's Farm Barn, or should I say Goose's Farm Barn? That's a joke, eh? Well, tune in for next week's Christmas edition with Gus's Farm Barn, or should I say Goose's Farm Barn, or Gus's, or Goose's, or somebody. Well, bye, eh?
So, Andrew,
Hey, man,
I haven't seen you with any jewelry on lately. What's up with that?
what are you talking about?
It's not like running the air or anything, but I'm pretty sure you had some jewelry.
No, dude, I never had jewelry.
Like an earring,
No.
necklace.
Dude, what do you...
I'm certain
no, I
you had a
never-
ring.
Dude, stop making things up,
And
man.
a bracelet.
I had none of that. Don't listen to him.
I bet the jewelry they make in an art class is a lot nicer, though. So let's take a look.
I give up.
Panic, I'll show you how easy this is going to be.
Victor, did you vote?
So, Andrew, I'm not old enough to vote.
So, I'm pretty sure there was a mock election, and it didn't matter how old you were to vote.
So, I knew that I was in the cafeteria when Coach Simons was there.
So, I'm pretty sure we had cameras there, and we have clips of it right now. Let's check it out.
Welcome to the 2008 election at Arlington High School, where we will be choosing Obama or McCain for president. This election means a lot to a lot of people. It's a way that we can express our views in the change. And the student government and the AP Department of History is sponsoring this student-wide election.
Yeah, today in the mock election, I voted for Obama.
Today at the mock election, I voted for John McCain.
Today at the mock election, I voted for John McCain.
Today at the mock election, we voted for
Obama. McCain. So, that's amazing. What's the weather gonna be like this weekend?
Well, Victor, it's gonna be slightly cloudy. It's 65 degrees with a 17% chance of showers.
Okay, he just made that up. Here's Graham with the weird weather.
Hey, I'm Graham Shelton, and here's your weekend weather. Because of the cold front, it's going to be mostly sunny and a high of only 46 and the low of 28. Tomorrow, on Saturday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 52 and the low of 36. On Sunday, also partly cloudy with a high of 58 and the low of 42. You guys, we're almost there. We got 2 more days, and then we get a Thanksgiving break. Have a great weekend.
That was nothing like you said it was. I'm feeling like some sports right now.
Really? Who's anchoring this week?
I don't know. I think Ethan is.
Oh, man, this is going to be dramatic.
Hello, Arlington. I'm Ethan Bouchard, and welcome to your sports. Hey, Andrew, what's going on? Hey,
man.
Hey, what's this?
Varsity basketball.
Varsity. Whoa, the schedule for varsity basketball. That is amazing. Oh, November 21st, going against Briarcrest at 7:30. That's amazing.
That's what it says.
Yeah.
24th, Rosemark, away. Girls, 6 o'clock. Boys, 7:30.
Girls and guys?
Both of them.
That is versatile. That's like two. That's like 2 of them, exactly. Oh my
Pretty much,
gosh.
dude.
And then December 2nd, we're going against ECS.
Home, 6 o'clock girls, 7:30 boys.
See, girls and guys under one court.
Just like last time.
Just like last time. And then, December 4th, going against Hutchinson, only girls at 6 o'clock. Wow.
Get the guys, dude.
Yeah, for real. Who needs guys?
All right, will you enjoy that piece of paper?
Oh, thanks a lot. Hey, see you later. Whoa, I've always wanted to work one of these things. What's this? Wow, this is convenient. It's the schedule for freshman basketball. Let's see. On November 25th, we're going against Briarcrest at 7 o'clock. And December 1st, we're going against Bartlett at 6 o'clock. And on December 4th, we're going against Bolton. Wow, at 6. That is crazy. Why would this even be here? That is amazing. For JV wrestling, we're going against Collierville on the 29th. I bask in the sun.
I'm on fire! Get it out!
Hold on, I'll save you. Let me just get this fire extinguisher. Huh, what's this? Wow, how convenient. It's like the schedule for wrestling for this week. Well, on November 25th, we're going against Millington and Briarcrest at 6 o'clock. And on the 26th, we're going against Houston, Kingsbury, and White Station. That's at 12. Wow. December 5th and 6th, we're going against Black Horse at Houston. This is some cool stuff. Oh.
Thank you for helping me. Okay, I can't feel my leg. I want to crawl over you on fire.
That's all for sports now. It probably wasn't as dramatic as you thought it would be, but that's all we've got. I'm Ethan Bouchard. I'll see y'all later.
Someone's kicking me. Don't kick the kid on fire. Shut up.
Well, guys, that's all we have for you today. Have a good weekend. I'm Victor Hayes.
In fact, Arlington, have an awesome weekend. I'm Andrew Smith.
Peace.
Out. never say, Victor.
Andrew, I know Mr. Simon's AP history class. What is you laughing at?
Come on, Andrew.
Victor.
Andrew, I'm pretty sure I'm not old enough to vote.
We cutting the solo out.
No, we're not, dude. No, one more time. I swear I'll do it right this time. I swear I'll do it right. I'll do it right this time.
What you say?
I'll do it right, all right?
Countdown.
Victor.
Andrew. Hold on.
I lost the game. You lost the game. I don't know what the game is.
All right. Why would I wear heels?
That is the definition of tripping right there.
Now, why would I wear heels? I never worn heels. Quit laughing. Now, why would I wear heels?